Take it, MP.
MP, what up, man? I like your game.
Man, Mikal Bridges, man, that means a lot to me, man. I appreciate that, for real.
But don't get it twisted, though.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take it easy on you.
You already know, I know that. But, hey, I do want to see if you want to do a jersey swap after the game.
That's easy. Come on.
All right.
Hey, if you want this jersey, you gotta work hard for that.
All I'm going to say is you're ready to put my jersey on your wall.
Welcome in, everyone. The NBA Cup has reached...
Just mess with this shit in here. Where's the audio? That's what I'm looking for. Okay. 1 second, spark up a little before I start. Brand new PS5 Slim here, and I haven't played basketball on it yet.
The knockout stage. Tonight, it's a quarterfinal in the East. With Doris Berg, Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. And our special guest at the broadcast table for this one, the celebrated Shams Charania. Hey, Shams, thanks so much for joining us tonight. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Kevin, thanks so much. Always fun to hang out with you and all your crew and talk basketball.
All right, I told Doris and Greg and David, just buckle up. Achua with it, and it's Martin picking him up. Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Sims, and he dunks it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. MP, and we have to mention, Greg, the utter dominance MP has shown recently, right? A huge scoring night for him on insane efficiency. The numbers, you can't even believe what you're reading.
You just don't see stat lines like the one that MP had very often. Kevin, it looked like he had a cheat code on the way. He was making everything from the floor.
And that one drops.
So far, both teams scorching these hits. You gotta love it.
Well, you love it when you can get off to a fast start offensively. You hate it, though, when your opponent does the same.
And so it's New York in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Knicks.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. We've got Jalen Brunson. Achua is out there with Miles McBride. And it's Cordy in at the 5, roaming the paint. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first. But there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, D.A. Thank you.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
By Achua.
Achua with room at the rim and doesn't hesitate.
And Sean's New York really putting something together around Jalen Brunson.
Knicks fans have a lot of reason for optimism. It'll be interesting to me, though, to see if this team can get further and further in the Eastern Conference to a conference finals, maybe to an NBA finals, and winning a championship. But how can they continue to surround Jalen Brunson with superstar talent? That would be interesting to monitor.
Absolutely. That front office will really be looked at as they try to build the pieces around this terrific young player.
Now they have stability, they have assets, they have players that they can trade that are wanted around the league. So this New York team, they finally have direction, they finally have hope, and they finally have a chance to go to the East.
Absolutely.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Brunson has a two-pointer. Made that one only his fourth of this game after firing 10 times from the floor. And the league continuing, Shams, to tweak the rules around replay review. But would you set a time limit to maybe tweak it a little bit?
Have to, right? Especially some of these games and the way.
And Pete! See if we can turn this around, kid.
New York leading by 8. Bridges outside. And he's good on the three ball. Bridges has got 11.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
Shams, I am so sorry our time has run out. It has been great having you here with us. We appreciate your time so much and hope we do it again soon.
Thanks, Kevin. Anytime. You know when I'm not on my phone, I'm here to talk to you and talk to you anytime of the day.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much again. ADB, wasn't that terrific talking to Shams? He is as plugged into everything around the NBA as anyone we could hope to meet.
A guy who's really in the know. And as somebody who prides themselves on doing research, boy, you have got to respect the legwork and the dedication he brings to the table.
Anunoby passes to Payne. Puts up a three. The rebound by Yabusele.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
That one's in there. The New York lead is cut down now to just 6. And the basket from Maxey. To the paint. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Well, you cannot let Mikal Bridges get into the paint because he's going to hammer it home when you do.
Back to MP. It's rebounded by New York. Hart's got 6 rebounds in the game. Bridges kicks to Hart. Hands it from downtown. Hart's got the lead up to 11 now for the Knicks.
Now, Josh Hart starting to show people, I can knock down a three-point shot. You better guard me.
It's good.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
From deep three-point territory. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the New York Knicks in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've done a lot of great work from long range. And we'll be right back after this.
Welcome, everybody. The story tonight has been a solid showing through the first half for the New York Knicks.
They're up because of the three-point shot, scoring in bunches. It also opens up things down low.
And that's something to watch for. Does the defense extend to where guys start going inside?
And now here's something that's always interesting. Let's see what the fans are up to on social media. Hey, they love us on social media. For instance, this comment from Quello Half Court. Why don't all of you dress like Shaq?
Hey, Shaq, let me see your phone for a second.
Nope, can't do it. Everyone knows there's top G14 classification on here.
Shaq, we know that Quello is your burner account. No one out there is asking us to dress like you. Stop.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is up.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway. He's checked in for the 76ers.
You need to make something
And
happen.
we
Let's
see,
go.
as in
Gotcha,
baseball
coach.
doors, the introduction of the pitch timer to increase the pace of play. Do you think the NBA is taking notice of that?
What I know, Kevin, unequivocally, is the NBA is in a constant state of monitoring its product and how can it make it more fan-friendly. The only criticism to me that's redundant is the pace of reviews. And the league is trying to streamline that to the best of their ability.
Yeah, I'm looking to put it past the guys who eventually start hitting those, given what he did in the first half.
We've got Tyrese Maxey. Embiid is out there with Yabusele. Then it's Paul George. And it's MP in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Hart, wide open. He fires. And again, it's the Knicks missing. And here's the fast break. Maxey leading the way. Pass to MP. Close in. No stopping MP.
What an incredible game so far for MP. He's showing no signs of slowing down.
This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team. Shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
It'll go, and the Knicks lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from MP. Bridges deciding where to go with it. That miss puts him at 53% shooting tonight, 8 for 15. And so George will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the latter half of this two-game homestand. To the middle, here's Brunson. Paul George grabs the miss.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Here's Embiid. Embiid powers it down.
And seeing a guy as big as Embiid being so fluid in terms of his movement, jaw-dropping.
Bridges, no one around him. Off target with his 3. The 76ers trail by 9. Down low. Here's Embiid. Terrific assist and nice finish. Solid play all around.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Knicks shooting 47% since getting things started in the third quarter. Brunson sets a screen for Anunoby. New York missing again. And the 76ers with possession. They're on a 12-3 run right now. Right side George. Here's MP. Bridges with some nice defense.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Towns, wide open, sinks the triple. Towns has got 7 points here in this quarter.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Maxey finds Embiid. Fires the 3.
Oh, no.
It's rebounded.
A smiling face, like a smiling face, like a smiling face.
Lets it go from deep. No good on that one. And so it's the New York Knicks with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. A good size advantage, and they'll look to...
First game, I just started playing. I saw nothing.
And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You'll love the unselfish play.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Setting the floor for the Knicks. We've got Miles McBride. Also, Achua out there. And it's Kolek in at the 2-guard position. Good on the bucket. MP's got 10 points in just the second half.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
On deep, Brunson. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Oubre outside. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. Oubre's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Pass to McBride. And here is Achua. Out to Brunson. Brunson from long distance.
Challenging this game with the 3 ball. That's his second from distance this half, and he also hit one in the first half, too.
He's going.
It'll go, and the Knick lead is cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Oubre.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Brunson with a clean look. Brunson with another miss. For Philadelphia, they've got all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Kolek. Pass to Achua. And Brunson has it in the corner. Brunson with another miss.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
From 11 feet away, it's hauled in by Achua.
I'm a bit shocked, honestly, that he misses that. That's his shot in rhythm.
McBride with the ball. Brings it from beyond the arc. And the Knicks lead by 7.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Pass to Embiid. The 10-footer. Oh, Embiid, too tough inside.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Bridges outside. And it's off from three-point range. For Philadelphia, they've gone 5 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. That one's in there. The next lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from MP.
Well, he might be young, but it's easy to see why they go to MP when they need a big-time bucket.
Here's Bridges. It's hauled in by the 76ers. MP deciding where to go with it. Shoots from the high post, and the 76ers take on 2 more.
MP already showing an ability to take what the defense gives him.
Bridges for 3. They get it back. Towns uses the glass to finish the layup. Towns has got 9 points now in just the second half.
Oh, needing a bucket there. Towns doesn't hesitate.
They get it again. Embiid wide open. A shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his deepest history tonight. The Knicks shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Brunson against Maxey. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Philadelphia's gone 2 for 2 from the point in the fourth quarter. George finds Maxey. There's MP. Tough shot inside by MP.
And that was good defense there, but in the end, MP's offense just a little better.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Trailing by 2. 106 left in the fourth quarter. The 3, Bridges hits it from three-point range. Bridges has got 23.
That is big-time composure from Mikal Bridges. Backs against the wall. Got to have a bucket, and he delivers.
You know, he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the 3-ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't been able to run him off the line.
I think another thing that's striking here tonight, the ball movement is incredible. Again and again, they're making smart passes to ready shooters.
And so making both free throws, that'll give them the lead here.
You must embrace the pressure and knock down critical free throws. Nicely done.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. And now let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, during the break, I heard Tom Thibodeau as he talked to the team. He told them he liked the way they were working, but he said we have to really get after it. All we need is a couple of stops. Keep your focus. We'll see if they can close it out. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Who's got it?
Passes to Embiid.
Throw it, throw it, throw it,
To the
throw it,
inside.
throw it, or something.
There's MP.
Oh!
Here's Brunson. And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
Always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
What you want is to create a clean, high-percentage look, if that's at all possible.
Outside Towns. Bridges finds Brunson. From downtown, Bridges misses.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way, because hoisting for three is not the answer.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Oh my god. I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna fuck up now. We're fucked. Because I fuck these up every single time. I can't get these right for some reason.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
All eyes on MP.
No luck that time either. Maxey against Brunson. Anunoby has the open look. It's off. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible. That's his second personal foul. He drops the first one. That will put them up by 2. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Now Brunson missed. Oh, and he knocks it off the glass. So Philadelphia taking the W in the first one here. And they move on to the NBA Cup semifinal. These guys are firing all cylinder.
And really doing their best to represent these guys. This is a proud organization, and they have played great rugby.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
You thought it was going to be easy, huh?
Yeah.
Man, nothing's easy in this league.
I ain't going anywhere. I'll get that jersey next time.
I hope so.
All right, man.
So you had to do something probably within the game, and who the hell knows? I don't give a shit. I just like playing it because it's relaxing.
Great win tonight, MP.
on it.
Shit off. I don't know if I can put my legs. I must have been standing when I put that on. You have tattoos, I do think the person. Yeah, that's right. I got my Jake Weber songs. I forgot about that. How do you shrink it? That's how smaller I can get it? Are you kidding me? Oh, good God. Okay. Flipping it. Perfect. Oh yeah, I wanted to do something like that. Okay, yeah, I forgot what the hell I was doing. Really? That's... How can that shade on my leg? So I'm seeing things. No, I see it right there. Spin this around here. Can I spin it? There we go. I don't see it, so... Oh, that's weird.
Thanks for coming in.
Okay, let's start.
you feeling? MP said he woke up today ready to slay some dragons. You good, MP?
What a view of the Spring Mountains surrounding beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the... Well, thinking back to last year, the first ever NBA Cup, the Lakers beating the Pacers in the final 123-109. Completely new 5 on the floor. So with Wiggins sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. The post pair for him. It's Green and Looney. Then there's Pooh. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Waters in at the 2. And here's Schroeder. 11 points last game. Payton dishes to Schroeder. Plenty of space. And he drops that one in.
The veteran Schroeder, excellent at recognizing when that mid-range jumper opens up.
Inside. Up and in on the layup.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Golden State's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Nothing cold from outside. Schroeder passes to Looney. Schroeder, right side. And that one goes long.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin. Particularly here to start the game.
It's Drummond with the rebound.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Oubre passes to MP. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
third team foul. Substitution on the court. Substitution on the court.
Schroeder, right side. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
1 second left. He doesn't hit that one. And so the first quarter comes to a close. Both teams scoring well, but it's all tied up. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. Welcome back to 2K's coverage of the Cub Championship game. We're so glad you could join us. And guys, what's your take so far in Philadelphia?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
Just playing some real gritty defense right now. Just getting up in bodies and forcing a lot of turnovers.
Inside for him, it's Martin next to MB. MB out there with Kelly Oubre. And it's Council in at the three, the small forward. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter.
Well, if you read the scouting report on Schroeder, he likes to get into the basket as close as possible because he's usually good from there.
And there it is for him.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
There's Schroeder and the rejection by Embiid.
He's so agile at 7 feet. Embiid covers a lot of territory.
The 76ers lead. Philadelphia moving the ball right through contact. Embiid.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plates. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. As we check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest, we get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
And you look at Yabusele, and I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
The drive by Schroeder. It's hauled in by MP. And so MP will bring it up for Philadelphia. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. And the wing jumper offline.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Yeah, see the coach? He's got that frown on his face. I think we know why. Not a high percentage look. This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket. Well, that basket must be widening out right now. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Caleb Martin. That's his first foul. Anderson, he's checked in for Jonathan Kuminga.
Substitution on the court. Substitution on the court.
Green with the ball. His last outing, he had 8 points. It's good from Schroeder on the assist by Green. Schroeder's got 8 points.
That's a great pass from Draymond Green. Just understands where his guys are going to be.
And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
And they repeatedly plugged inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Pass to MP. MP gets the job done inside.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Warriors trail by 6. Nobody near Schroeder. Drills it from outside. Schroeder's got 11 points in the quarter.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
And you have to enjoy this atmosphere, right? The fans are really taking to the NBA Cup.
And that might be because the teams are taking it seriously. Unlike, say, the All-Star game, these guys are focused and fighting for every possession. That's what makes it so entertaining. Wow, what, he have something in his eye on that shot?
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. George is checked in for Embiid, and next he's subbed in for Kelly Oubre.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Pass to Kuminga. Curry on the wing. Off target from three-point range.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide-open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
MP, no good.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that. It'll cost you another play. What a great option he gives them on every possession.
Philadelphia leading by 3. Here's MP. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Curry wide open. Oh, good with the triple.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
MP outside for George. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Now it's a 7-point 76ers lead. Wiggins from outside. And so it's MP making things happen for the 76ers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East.
Taking a look here now at the 76ers, I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You can't, because I'm right. 2 + 2 is 5.
And as much as it pains me, I have to agree with Big Fella.
And now let's talk about our featured game. It was a solid first half for the 76ers.
I could say I've been pumped about this tournament, especially the last few weeks. But the semifinals, we're excited, and now, here we are. The champion will be crowned. Ernie, should we have a tournament between me, you, and Kenny?
I'm all for it as long as the category is jumpers. But in all seriousness, guys, one thing I've noticed already in this game is that it doesn't feel like a regular season game. And it isn't technically either, actually. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
There's always a buzz around Las Vegas. Coming up here on 2K Sports, the second half of the NBA Cup Championship. It's one he will not want to miss. MP really making a difference here.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody saw this offense coming from him, but it's been key for his team.
Yeah, and I'm not sure coming into this game he felt like he could dominate.
For the Warriors, Looney's checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Draymond Green comes in for Kuminga. Gary Payton is checked in for Brandon Bajemski. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Curry. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, the post pair for him, it's Green and Looney. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Payton in at the 3. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. A 12-point game. Up next for him, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. Matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
To the inside. That misses off the backboard. Warriors trail by 12. Payton outside. Wiggins kicks it to Looney. And the wide open shot from Green. And again, no good by Golden State. The 76ers shooting well, 52% in the third. They came to play offensively in the second half.
The desire to win, it fuels MP. He doesn't let anything get in his way.
Here's Wiggins. He's got 5. Schroeder outside. That ball's nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got his 3rd assist on the night. And so it's Philadelphia. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And a moment ago inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Move it to the next guy. Drive and kick. Let it come out the wash.
Well, we're close to crowning the 2024 NBA Cup winner. Final quarter here on 2K Sports. Inside for him, it's Martin next to Embiid. MP out there with Kelly Oubre. And it's Council in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
Soft floater. You see how MP has really improved his craft.
Here's Schroeder. It's hauled in by the 76ers. MP's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Oubre passes to MP. Oh, MP staying with it through the contest.
3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Now Moody. Outside Green. Here's Schroeder. Knocks down the 3-ball. Schroeder's got 21.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Oubre passes to MP. And the shot goes in. And the 76ers lead by 14.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Here's Schroeder. Martin with the block.
Kept his eye on the ball all the time. Martin knew the shot was coming and threw it out of there.
And the Warriors making a change here. Santos is checked in. Outside, Payton. Here's Schroeder. That doesn't go either for Schroeder.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Martin, that shot off. Great tee that time from Green. Pass to Schroeder. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
He's getting good looks on the floor, but he simply cannot bury anything right now. He's got to stay confident, though, because everyone knows he can hit those shots.
Warriors trail by 14. Santos, the pass to Looney. Some nice passing by Golden State. Goes up the baseline. Green, and Green is right there.
Yeah, just tireless from Draymond that time. He values each possession and creates a second opportunity that time.
Pass to MP. MP finds a gap. That's in, coming off the assist from Embiid.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the break. They said to the team, I know you guys are tired, but let's end this game strong. Let's get the win. Big last stretch here, guys.
Thanks, David. Down low. Here's MP. And they pick up 2. MP's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And you look at this scoring outburst by MP. What's incredible is he still has room to grow.
And this one has been one-sided so far. We did not expect this tonight.
No way, Kevin. We thought we'd be getting a lot tighter game. However, this team has been incredible tonight. Outstanding for their whole run. A worthy NBA Cup champ.
Bajemski with it. Maxey covering. Another miss by Curry.
Well, that's a shot right there. He's going to hit 9 times out of 10. We just saw the 10% he doesn't make.
To the paint. Here's MP. He gets it in there. That's now 32 points for MP.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand. That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Oh, clever pass there from Maxey. So good at finding his teammates.
Warriors trail by 18. Pass to Jackson Davis. Brent is a guy who has played with winning teams, been in terrific cultures, and currently in one with the Spurs. What do you think is more important, team culture or raw talent?
Well, I believe in the culture of carrying teams to a championship, but you can't do that without talent. So it's got to be a blend of both, Kevin, in order for your team to perform at its highest level. Culture comes first.
Pass to Curry. Curry with another miss. Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 16-7 run. MP kicks to Yabusele. Here's MP. The Warriors pull it in. Shot and game clock separated by 5. From the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
3-point.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And so the 76ers can now just hold on to the ball. Back to Maxey. Here's MP. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. MP's got 38 points. And they've done it. What a moment for this team to lift that NBA Cup over their heads. Pure glory.
It was a memorable journey.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, congrats to MP on winning the NBA Cup. That was fun to watch, man. You were on a mission.
MP.
Trapping like you really love me. Don't be acting like you really quick. She took a flight for the Vatican panic. I'll be like a mechanic. She can keep coming back in. She be for the back end. You know, come through from her back end. You should tell me now she done the back end. You not give me your heart. Please don't give me your heart. I'm crack it. You not give me your heart. Please don't give me your heart. Please don't give me your heart. I'm crack it. Please don't give me your heart. Give me your heart. I'm crack it. Give me your heart. Give me your heart.
Basketball.